You know, it says it was better for him to be cast into the sea than for him to offend one of these little ones. Honestly speaking, this truth is of the utmost importance, man. You gotta remember that Yahweh Shai has put you really into a contractual agreement with him. Now you can't turn up to your job and say, fuck it, I'm gonna work the notice period and just kick. You know, not that's wrong way to put it, because there ain't no notice period. You can't turn up to your job, sign a contract and say, I'm gonna take the salary but forget working. You know, hey man, the Lord said, roughly paraphrasing, you know, that labourers are few, man. But you gotta get out there, man. Put your hand to the plow and do the work. You know. You see, yeah, you know, it goes into blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall seek the manner of people against you falsely for my sake. You know, brothers will read that scripture and you might think it's the scoffers. That's your own family, man. You have to understand that Yahweh Shai had brothers, man, that were still in the world. That it doesn't tell you in the scriptures, but they could have come up to him like, yeah, what are you doing? Like, you know, you're Joseph's son. You could have, you know, he was known as the carpenter's son. You know, they would have been looking at him like, yo, you could have made so much money. You know, look at what we're doing. We're building houses. We're living in Rome. We're good with the Pharisees. You know, why are you bringing this shit into our family? You know, I'm not saying they said that, but you know, you can look into it. Like, but at the end of the day, man, our families look at us like an offscouring, because to them, we're like a brown spot on the family, because all our families are about fitting into Rome. In fact, Baba Kishar, if you could just hold me, if you don't mind, Isaiah the 30th chapter, or them that go down to Egypt. Our families are all about the spirit of Egypt. That's why they're all up in these Christian churches. That's why they're in the spirit of giving double collection and wearing the fanciest clothes, going up in church. You know, trying to put down more in the collection plate than the next person. That's why the women are out there trying to fuck the pastor, because that's why they're worshiping on Sunday, man. Come on, it's in the name. Like the whole foundations of this place is wicked, man. Folly is set in great dignity though, and the rich sit in low place. We're spiritually rich. That's why I told you in Revelations, the 2nd chapter, or it might be the 3rd, you know, I know that works, but thou art rich. You know, honestly speaking, we're the rich, man. We're the rich because we're spiritually rich. Why? Because we have the understanding of this book. The scripture says many great men have sought to understand what we understand but haven't, man. You know, have not lived to see. You know, we're going to see in our lifetime, Yahweh Hashem, the skies opening up and the Most High coming down in chariots, man. That's a blessing, you know. But our people are all up into the spirit of this world, man. Was that Isaiah 30?
Yeah, Isaiah 30.
Yeah.
2, yeah.
Go on, man.
And I was saying, what kind of exercise? We're already going out this gap. Just kind of disturb the shit.
Satan, innit?
Say it. Well, this is Isaiah 30, 2, right, 1 and 2, right, says, woe to rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel but not of me.
Hey, woe to the rebellious children. What was Jerusalem known as? Them that killeth the prophets. Yahweh Shai himself said a prophet has no honor in his own, you even said city? City. Yeah, he said a prophet have no honor in his own city. The Yahweh Shai had a lot of his own people that came up against him, man. And that's why them stupid Christians always have that misconception of the Jews rejected him. Idiots, man. You got what were the 12? What was Paul? What was the men that got converted? They were Israelites. Yes, of course, a large proportion of the Israelites rejected Yahweh Shai. Why the fuck do you think you have the 2/3?
Well, exactly. But yeah, that's the whole. That was always part of the plan.
That was always part of the plan.
Always part of the plan.
Huh? Come.
Right? You know, what the scripture said, not all Israel, man.
Exactly.
And all Israel are to be saved this time around. You know, you got 2/3 in America that are going to be completely destroyed. 2/3 of our people in America will be destroyed. You know, Jake's destroyed around the world.
Okay.
You got wicked niggas over here in England. But Lord's going to have to do a number on them.
Okay. Hey, I'll say it like this: the elect got wicked niggas and their families.
Yeah.
You know, certain family members. I've got cousins that I grew up with, man, that the Lord's gonna destroy, man, because they nothing but niggas. They got bigger bears than me, some of them. You know? Yeah. But they still niggas, you know?
Yep. It says, take counsel but not of me, and that cover with the covering but not of my spirit.
That cover with a covering but not of my spirit. That's that another Jesus spirit. That's what my family are into. I've got family members that are all up in that Christian church, you know, female pastors and all of that shit. You know what I mean? Another spirit that cover with a covering but not of the Lord's spirit. That Cesare Borgia is another spirit, man. And you Christians claim that you're so deep in the Bible. Read yourselves Exodus 20, man. That Cesare Borgia, man, is a breaking of the first commandment automatically, you know? Honestly speaking, like, you know, you alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Exodus 20, you know, that Cesare Borgia is the breaking of the first commandment, man. You trying to make for yourself another God to worship, man. And you trying to make yourself a likeness of something that you think is in heaven, even though that's hella off, you know. Cesare Borgia, man, is really the wicked foundation of that Roman Catholicism, where all of these wicked religions, whether it be Islam, Seventh-day Adventists, whatever the hell, man, comes out of, even Buddhism, all of that wickedness stems from that shit, man. And that's what our people are in. Our people are all up in the churches. They're getting ready to go to church on Sunday thinking that they're holier than us, you know, our own family members, some of them. But hey, man, like Ezekiel 33:3 says, you know, they shall know, man, the prophet had been among them. Go on up.
This is in that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. That
we're under grace period, brother. Yeah. The Lord said, forget the law. When Paul saw that you know, the scoffers gonna try to cut this one, but when Paul saw when Peter saw the sheep with the meat, it was because you can eat pork now, brother. You know, them Christians come with that bullshit all the time, man. And all you gotta do is read a few verses down, and it tells you it's talking about the different people, the Israelite foreigners, man.
Explain.
You know, all of that, man. Go on, bro.
Right, says that they walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at the mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
I'm trying to build this house in Ghana. I'm trying to, you know, establish myself, build my business up. You know, Black Wall Street, you know, Black Power. Yeah, I believe in myself. Yeah, the queens, brother. Yeah, it's the kings in the building. All of that stupid bullshit. There's a bit more, bro.
Yeah. No, that's well cook. I couldn't warm my hands in.
Oh, see, Salakio. Yeah, go on, bro.
Yeah, it says that walk to go down into Egypt, and I'm not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
One more verse.
Yep, it says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Meaning that all of you people that put your trust in this place, man, you know, that forsake that spiritual bread and walk in the lust of this society. And I tell you straight, even my own family, man, all of you so-called deacons and pastors up in these churches, you know, trying to come across like you holier than thou, like you're really about it, man. Hey, man, you gonna learn, man. Yahweh Shim Yahweh Shai is not a respecter of persons, man. He's chosen the meek things of the earth, the foolish things of the earth to confound the wise, man. That's why a lot of brothers ain't been to university or have that perfect diction or carry themselves in a certain type of way with that suit and tie swagger, man. Because at the end of the day, man, we're not proper according to this society. Why? Because wickedness is the norm in this society. You know what I'm saying? And Yahweh, we stay righteous into the end. But a lot of the people around us, ex-friends, family, school members, you know, people we went to school with, all of that, are all into the wicked practices of this society, which is why you gotta have that mentality of, if your family come against you, it's probably Yahweh showing you through the chastisement that, Lord willing, you may be a man of the Lord, man. Don't ever look at it like your family coming against you like it's a curse, man. It grows you in the spirit, you know. That's the Sirach, the 2nd chapter, you know. The furnace of adversity. Your family coming up against you ain't an easy thing, man, but you gotta go through what you gotta go through for the Lord, man. The Lord had, you know, brothers that weren't down for the truth. He had brothers that were down for the truth. Go on, look close on that.
2 Ezra 15:3 says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. And that word incredulity means unbelief. Right, so you have all these people in the world around you that don't believe. Don't let their unbelief basically affect you, man. Don't let, you know, because your family don't believe, now you out the truth. Your woman don't believe, now you out the truth. Don't. Right?
Because I'll just finish that for you, verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, man. And that applies to some of you people that are, you know, hey, man, I'll tell you straight, man, you know, think of Lot's wife. You know what I mean? Just because you're around the man of the Lord, don't mean that just because that man make it and you been wicked all your life, you're going to be delivered, man. You know, there's many accounts. I can't think of all of them off the head right now, but there's men of the Lord. Timothy, you know, was a righteous man, but his father was a Greek, man. It tells you that in the scriptures. It doesn't.
Abraham.
Who
was his father?
Terah.
Yeah, Terah. He was into idolatry.
Gone. You had was it Eli, the prophet that had the wicked sons?
Oh, Eli and Hophni or something like that.
Can't
get their names at the top of my head.
Can't. You just like I'm saying, man. You gotta understand there've always been wicked men in Israel, man. Regardless of the fact, even if they're relations to you, man. Yahweh Shai said he was gonna take us, you know, one from a family. You know, looking outside.
No, I'm just confirming something.
The Lord said He was going to take us, roughly paraphrasing, about, you know, 1 from a family, 2 from a city, man. The Lord is only dealing with the elect, man. And yes, we've been scattered out into these different nations, and ultimately speaking, we're going to be delivered, man. We're going to be delivered back and brought back into the righteous fold, man. Yeah, so I mean, with that, I'd like to say Barakah Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahawashi, Ba'asham Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, salutations to the hopeful family of the elect, man. Shalom. Shalom.